If we're looking at 80,000 for this,
Yep.
we've got $1.2 million.
All those years. In all these years.
This doesn't feel real.
Oh, good.
Was it something that we wanted to do, following in our family's footsteps? Well, it was actually something that was always going to happen. It was a natural progression for us to continue with the family business. The passion that our parents had was definitely instilled within us from a very young age. Sofia, myself, and all our siblings, there's quite a few of us, and every single one of us stayed with the business one way or another. For that reason, we were able to cover a lot of the business as well, from retailing to jewellery designing, to wholesaling, to exporting, cutting and polishing, and now mining. So it was a natural thing for us to follow on in our family's footsteps, absolutely.
And I think Isaac and I have only just recently realised that we've not really had a normal life or a normal upbringing. So this is 100% natural to us and a normal sort of progression for our lives to be doing this.
Well said, yeah. If we weren't opal hunting, what would we be doing?
Yeah.
That's not really an option. I don't know what else there would be that we could possibly do. It's our trade. It's what we love. It's our dream. It's our reality. It's what we're doing from the beginning, and it's what we're going to do until the end. Would you agree, Sofia?
Yes. There's probably something I could add. I was personally faced with a choice a few years ago of opals or music. And I just followed my natural passion, which was, of course, to do both. And something that I didn't realize, and I know that this is also the case with Isaac. He's an incredible artist and a wood carving. You guys haven't even seen that yet. But our opal hunting fuels us with excitement, and it actually helps us in every other area of our lives. So it's an amazing thing that we never have to make a choice. We've chosen to do everything all at once, and it helps. Yeah.
Found beautiful blue-green colour. My favourite colour in the opal game is blue-green. Even though red's more valuable, it's rarer. Blue-green is more saleable.
That is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. So we know there's colour here, let's keep hitting it.
I'm in heaven.
What made us decide to share our story and join the cast? Put Yower on the map through social medias and through more through television. So it was almost, when I first heard of Opal Hunters, I almost felt it wasn't a decision as much as it was a calling that we answered. That's how I'd answer that, yeah.
Yeah, and that's truly magical, because we did, as a family, always presume that we would have the absolute honour and the excitement of sharing not only the Yower opal, but Yower with the world. Yeah. And those kind of dream time stories we also had in our personal family unit. And one of those, hopefully, I mean, it's been a secret. It's the Isaac says it's the best story that's never been told.
Greatest story. Yeah.
The greatest story that's never been told. So yeah, it was always natural that we presumed we would share this with the world, and it's just magical that Discovery Channel, Outback Opal Hunters did scout Isaac and choose us to do so. We're incredibly honoured by that.
It's now been 3 months since Isaac saw his 4-year-old daughter.
Hi, beautiful. How are you? Good. Do you want to see Dad when I come home?
Yeah!
I love you, Zaliana. I'm going to go now.
I love you.
Bye, baby. I got to speak to my little girl. Can't wait to get back.
Any family trips? Yeah, honestly, the biggest memory that I have from as early as I could remember, and I think that my first trip to the opal mines personally was about 18 months old, is literally Mum getting together the whole family at about 4:30 a.m. with a very strict 5 a.m. in the car with all the dogs. I think at one point we had a few chickens in the car as well, as many kids as we could stuff in the car, and we were on the way to the opal mines. It was probably one of the most exciting times. My mum's often said in the past, when we holidayed, we wouldn't go to the beach, we would go to the desert. So as soon as we'd be in the car, I suppose we were all tired, and the nicest memory that I have is waking up and seeing the terrain of the land of Australia changing and then slowly coming into that red dirt. And then at that point we knew that we were close to opal country. It was one of the most exciting memories that I can remember, the stories of going out to the opal mines with our family.
Yeah, just reiterating Sofia's memories there. All of us kids and mum and dad together with, the car that we might have had at the time might have just been an old panel van or something like that. There's a special feeling when you enter Outback Australia and opal country. The red earth, the aesthetics of it is one thing. When you see the landscape changing, like Sofia said, when it goes red, barren land for so long, and then you got this little rise that has a sheer cliff and you can see for 1,000 kilometers, it seems like. With the trees get all gnarly, they get dry, and they're tortured and they twist up, and they're all, each one of them seem like they're a person or a personality. And that's why I call Yowa the magic land, because it's a place where dreams come true, and it's a place where magic happens, and it's a place that's just absolutely magic, I guess.
It's another world. Yeah, it's a completely other world, Yowa.
Yeah, it's another world. It's hard to explain. I suggest everybody go there and experience it for yourselves. That's the only way I can say it. Yeah.
Taught by his father 40 years ago, Dave saws the nuts open, exposing the kernel inside, hoping it holds opal.
There's no colour on this nut. Got a nice pattern, no colour.
Dave was someone that I started doing some business with. I'm pretty sure Dad might have had some dealings with his father, Dave's father, back in the day, because they've been out there for 50 years, so we've all crossed paths. I was actually off to look for some gnarly pieces of wood, and I heard that there was someone that lived near Dave that had some nice wood pieces, because as Sofia mentioned, I do carvings and I inlay opal and whatnot. And when I rocked up there, the guy wasn't around, and I was calling out, and then Dave sort of came, "Hey, how you going?" So naturally, I've just gone, okay, well, this isn't the guy with the wood, but do you have any opals? And the thing with that community is it doesn't matter what walk of life you're from, doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter what culture you're from or what position you are, everyone has a common interest. So when Dave and I got chatting about opals, being, similar sort of age, within a decade or so, when we started talking about opals, the passion came out, the fire came out, the love came out, and it was an instant connection. It's not hard to have a beautiful connection with people out there when you're talking about something as beautiful as opal. But we had a particularly interesting connection that definitely had more to it that we didn't really know at that time when we first met. But we started to work together. He invited me out for a day's mining. We did that. There was colour straight away. Then Opal Hunters scouted, and we got talking about that. And I was like, Dave, you've got to be involved, man. You're like a custodian. Your people are the original people from this land, with your Indigenous culture as well. And you're a true local of Yowa. You're the man here. So there was no way I was going to do what we set out to do, or Sofia and I, without having someone like Dave, or in fact Dave himself, not only involved but part of it with us, and that's how it all started, and it's still going. So it's a wonderful connection, and I really admire the man. He's a wonderful guy.
Koroit nuts are individual ironstone boulders sitting in a layer of sandstone earth, formed millions of years ago when water and opal-forming silica seeped inside the semi-porous rocks. How the unique Koroit patterning is formed is a mystery, but individual pieces have sold for over $100,000. Opal is a phenomena to science. There's theories, but it's really unexplained. These stones are not only gem quality opal that are recognised all over the world, but they're also natural artworks. They inspire, and just the aesthetics promote pure creativity within your soul, and that's what is making them so special.
Another reason why the Yowa opal is so special is it's been debatable from 90 to 97%. There's different statistics of the world's greatest abundance of opal being in Australia. And not only that, there's some beautiful Ethiopian opal, some beautiful Mexican opal, but what sets Australian opal apart is the individual character value. So every single piece in general is usually different. However, still in Lightning Ridge, in Cooper Pedy, in Quilpie, you can get a lot of opal that's gorgeous and does look quite similar to each other. However, in Yowa, every single piece has its own individual character value, and every single piece is merely like a fingerprint. It's got its own blueprint, and there's the only way that you can get two that somewhat match is if they're brother and sister, so to speak, and have been together for millions of years and are a pair. So that's probably what I feel makes it the most special.
Oh my God, look at that! Woo!
Bloody hell. Bloody hell.
That's what dreams are made of, man!
Oh my God!
Are you serious? Man, that is 50 grand!
That's a proper
It is an eye kernel.
Randy Gully kernel in Yowa. Yep.
Oh, what the hell?
The Yowa moon itself, that has been a bit of a debate even within the team, the Opal Whisperers. Dave is in charge of that particular piece and some of the higher quality pieces. The decision was recently made. They're going to be kept together as a collective, those high-end pieces like Yowa Moon. There's only a few of those for education, for display, so everybody can enjoy them for now, rather than being sold off to the highest bidder. As far as the rest of the material goes, we're selling it, or we've set up to sell that material because the find value is there, but of course there's still rocks there's still this stone until you turn them into money, and that's what we need to be able to complete our mission. So the rest of them will be sold through the website, which is www.opalwhisperers.com, and Sofia's got some beautiful pieces in her shop.
$1.2 million makes this the biggest find ever on Outback Opal Hunters. The Whisperer's share is a massive $360,000.
I had the experience of my life.
Sofia and I were talking about this, and we decided on our goal. Money and the financial side of it is very, very important to be able to operate. But part of our target, part of our goal for this year will be to add variety to this collection. So, for instance, wood replacement, fossilized wood, is quite a rare material from Yowa, and I think we're going to start hunting for that. We really want to find some fossilized wood. The area of Yowa produces wood replacement, bubble band, seam opal, Yowa nuts, conglomerate, pipe opal, the list goes on. So to be able to share the full range of amazing variety that this area has, well, we need to find some different stones. So the wood replacement, I think that's high up on my list to find. Obviously, we'd also like to match, if not better, last year. It's a big call, but like to do it.
It's happened.
Financially.
Yeah, and I totally second that. I mean, we never imagined that we would smash over $1 million of the greatest opal that's ever been found in world history. So to try and top that and to set a goal beyond that, I mean,
1 billion.
We're pretty enthusiastic. We're pretty enthusiastic, and we believe in magic. We're big believers of it. So, but I think, like Isaac said, we needed that certain budget to get a mine, to get machinery, things like this. But it wasn't truly ever money that was driving us, and I can confidently say that. Because it's the treasure hunt, it's the excitement of everything, to be the first people to pull out pieces like the Yowa Moon. Now we're hungry for this wood replacement material. It's such an amazing sight to see. So I think it's more about the varieties that we're searching for and the individual types of treasure that we now want to behold and we now want to discover in the ground on the show.
What advice will I give? Go for it. That's what I'm going to say. Go for it. It's an awesome feeling.
To any people out there, especially if I may say so, for young women who are thinking of going out there and jumping on an excavator and learning whatever they can. Definitely taking as much knowledge from the experienced opal miners that are out there, and just keep your passion alive and give it a go. The first step is to give it a go. If you don't, you never know, and you don't find anything, but you may just find $1 million.
It looks like we'll be operating and mining on our own claim, which is just a life dream that's going to be incredible to experience.
And what do I love most about opal hunting? It'd be the thrill of the hunt, and the excitement when you actually find something. And it's a type of hunting where you're not hurting anything, you're not hurting any animals or anything like that. Whatever you find, you're able to show and share to people. And that's one of the best things for me, yeah. How about you, Soph? Yeah,
I think if somebody asked me what the best thing about opal hunting is, it's that old cliche saying that it's not the destination, it's the journey to get there. It's actually true, especially if you can do it with one of your family members or one of your loved ones. Have a witness there for when you do find an amazing discovery, because it is an incredible feeling to be doing that hard work and to just experience the land, to be with it, and then to actually find something incredible. It's an undescribable feeling, to be honest. If I could describe opal hunting in 3 words: exhilarating, thrilling, although it means somewhat the same thing, and dusty.
And for me, my 3 words would be what she said.
Love it. Hi, I'm Sophia.
And I'm Isaac. We're from Outback Opal Hunters, and you're watching Discovery Australia.
Guys, definitely hit subscribe now to avoid missing out on any of the latest content from Discovery Channel.